Hey guys, so I just got done watching AEW Winter Is Coming, and I thought I'd do just, a quick video to, sort of give my thoughts on what I thought about the show. Okay, so, overall, I thought the show was pretty good. There was good matches, a lot of good sequences backstage, segments. It was a pretty good show overall. The first match was for the AEW World Championship. It was the champion, Hangman Adam Page, versus Bryan Danielson, formerly known as Daniel Bryan in WWE. And, I thought that match was pretty good, Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson, he was doing some pretty good, heelish tactics, it all made sense though, because Bryan Danielson is supposed to be this, master in-ring technician, so he was more playing the rules rather than playing, the game. Like, there were several times where Adam Page would be coming at him and he would just sort of stick his head out of the ropes, and the ref would have to stop Adam Page. So I thought that was pretty good. And he also focused a lot on Adam Page's shoulder area, which took away Adam Page's ability to effectively execute the buckshot lariat, which he did a few times, but Danielson was able to kick out of it, and it also wore Adam Page down, so Danielson could put on the label lock, formerly known as the yes lock, in order to get the submission victory. So in the end, it went to a time limit draw, which, I thought that was pretty good. That's not something you usually see very often, a time limit draw. So, it went 60 minutes, which, was kind of long, but it was pretty good because, it was a pretty good match. It had pretty good sequences in it. So, I thought that match was pretty good. The next match was Matt Sydal versus Wardo, and this was pretty much a squash match. Matt Sydal didn't really get in a lot of offense, which, I've always been a big fan of Matt Sydal's work, particularly when he was in Impact Wrestling, formerly known as Total Nonstop Action, or TNA. I've always enjoyed Matt Sydal's work, so it kind of sucked because we really didn't get to see what he could do in this match, but, it was a pretty good match overall. It put Wardlow over, it showed his dominance. He came out to the ring with Shawn Spears, formerly known as Ty Dillinger, and, he got on the microphone after I think the second powerbomb and told him no, that's enough, just go for the pin, bro. And Wardlow was like, no, I think he needs another one. So I thought that was pretty good. It shows that, Wardlow is, an unstoppable beast, and he just doesn't give a shoot, and it also starts to sow the seeds of maybe Wardlow is too much of a rebel and a maverick, and, someone like Shawn Spears, even though, he's the chairman of AEW, you can't control Wardlow. So overall, I thought that match was pretty good, if not for just the fact that it was advancing the storylines. Okay, so the next match was Sonia versus Hikaru Shida, and, I thought that match was pretty good. There was a lot of good back and forth. Ugh. Gotta hit the vape. Yeah, there was a lot of good back and forth, a lot of good sequences in that match. In the end, I don't recall exactly what the finisher was, but I know that Hikaru Shida was the victor in that match, which I thought was pretty good because I like Hikaru Shida. Those Japanese women wrestlers are usually pretty good, and Hikaru Shida is no exception to that. So the final match of the night, the main event, was for the, what do they call it? The Diamond Ring Champion, tournament invitational. And it was Maxwell Jacobs Friedman, also known as MJF, versus Dante Martin. And, I thought this match was, it was pretty good, MJF is, obviously probably one of my, favorite heels out there right now in all of professional wrestling in terms of, across all different promotions. If I had to think of, top 10 favorite heels out there, I would probably rank him number 7, which is pretty good. And Dante Martin, he's still pretty new. I haven't really seen much of his work. I don't know if he's, worked other promotions prior to AEW, but, so far, I like what I see out of him. He's obviously very athletic, and he can get some pretty dope, he can get some pretty good, height on a lot of his jumps, which can pull off some pretty impressive counters, and you saw that on full display during this match. In the end of the match, Richy Starks came out and kind of caused a distraction, which allowed MJF to pick up the win. So now he is a 3 times Diamond Ring champion, whatever you want to call it. And after that, FTR came out and were kind of beating up on Dante Martin, but then the lights went out and Sting and Darby Allin came out to make the save, which I thought that was pretty good because it sort of furthers the storyline there. It sets up future matches and future feuds. So the main event I thought was pretty good. So that's pretty much it for what I thought about Winter Is Coming 2021 from All Elite Wrestling. Overall, I'd say the show, it was pretty good.